Welcome to another edition. You already know, Vaughn's View. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to this video, make sure you share the video. I appreciate all y'all support. Today, on this episode, I wanted to, like I said before, I'm very supportive of black women as a black man, and I understand that black women have the hardest struggle in this country. Don't talk to me about white women, Chinese women, Asian women, whatever you want to, Mexican, Italian, whatever you want to say. Black women have it the hardest, and it's not even close. And that's another subject for another day as far as that. And those of you who don't know, Maya Moore, I call her the GOAT, WNBA legend.
That's it, guys. It's done.
I was just checking.
How's it feel? Tell me, how's it feel? One sentence.
I feel like I can live life now. I'm free. I'm blessed.
So as you can see, Maya did something so amazing. She met this man, this black man, and helped him get out of prison. She didn't just help him get out of prison like he did something wrong and she convinced them to lighten his load. She got an innocent man out of prison. ESPN should be covering a lot more. Fox Sports should be covering a lot more. BET and other places, CNN. This should be such a big story, but it's not. If LeBron James or somebody, and obviously they make a lot more money, but for who she is and her position in basketball, if LeBron James or even somebody like James Harden or Giannis Antetokounmpo or somebody, some star did what she did, if this woman took time off of her career to help this man get out of prison.
There is something else, though, another collaboration, if you will, that you two are engaged in. So you want to share any announcement or anything with us, Maya, Jonathan?
Absolutely. So we wanted to announce today that we are super excited to continue the work that we've been doing together, but doing it as a married couple. So we got married a couple months ago, and we're excited to just continue this new chapter of life together.
So congratulations to the newlywed couple. Yes, you heard it right. But man, Maya Moore is so dope for so many reasons. And I remember hearing whispers of her doing like justice reform, like justice work and things like that behind the scenes. And then she ended up, not playing basketball and working to get this guy out. And then she gets him out and you see the emotion, and then like they get married. Like that's such a beautiful story. But why is it not on TV? Why is it not everywhere you turn the channel? It should be trending on Twitter. I know that I think at one point it was for a second, but you would think this story would be so much bigger, right? And it's just not. Everybody's talking about Cardi B's divorce. Everybody's talking about all these other things, and we'll get to that in a second. Shout out to Maya Moore. I salute you. Man, keep doing great work, Maya. We love you. Those of you that know me, I am a huge WNBA supporter. I've been watching the WNBA since it started in '96, I believe. My late grandfather, God rest his soul, put me onto it, and I've been watching it ever since. I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I still love the game and I still tune in. I am a huge Candace Parker fan. She's my favorite player ever as far as women go. Love me some Candace Parker. She's just always been my favorite ever since college. She's just been my favorite. But I like a lot of players, and Maya Moore is somebody who I've always liked and respected her game. But man, what she did and is doing, it's not even like she did this and she's like, okay, I'm rushing back. She's still trying to figure out her way in the world and how she can help others next and stuff like this. It's just so beautiful to see. And I really believe because she's a black woman, and because, WNBA, things like that, the WNBA is already frowned upon, women's sport, women playing basketball. It's not really, it doesn't get the shine that men get. And I get that the men may be more box office in certain ways. They can dunk the ball. They may be a little bit more flashy, but the women, they play great basketball. They don't get enough credit for that. And what's so crazy is that, as black people, we've been talking about it forever, about the prison system. It's so corrupt. It's so wicked, right? It's just not, we know what it is. It's not for black people. And this woman, knowing that the system is not for black people, decided to take off decided not to play, to pass up that paycheck. It's not like she's making 20 million a year. She's not making 40 million like Chris Paul this year. And so to do that, man, it just shows sacrifice. We talk about the Colin Kaepernicks, praise due. We talk about the different people, but Maya Moore, put her at the top. Put whoever you got at the top of your list right now, who you respect, because we talk about athletes and entertainers and people, and some of them just being full of crap. Man, that's just excellent. She got this man out of prison, y'all. This ain't like she got this man out of timeout or she got this man out of his 9-to-5 job, which would be dope. Man, she got this man out of prison and then married this man. Like this brother, you thought he was winning by just getting out and being able to know her and stuff like that and being able to change his life. Cause I'm sure, financially he's going to be straight. I don't know if there's a lawsuit pending, but I hope they get that cake. I hope they straight. I hope he gets as many millions as he can. But man, this is a beautiful story. And because she's a black woman, it's not getting the respect that it deserves. It's not talked about enough. And again, I'm not saying worship this woman, worship God. That's not what I'm saying. But man, at the same time, like, yo, give her flowers, bro. Like, this ain't like something we glance at. Like, I forgot who it was. They did like a quick segment. I don't know if it was ESPN or somebody. It was like a real quick segment. Like, oh, Maya Moore. This ain't like, oh, Maya Moore bought she bought a kitchen and she's going to be cooking waffles. Maya Moore, signs a new contract. All that stuff is great, bro. She got the man out of prison. He was innocent. He was in there for what, like 20 years or something like that? Something crazy. I can't even imagine, bro. And because she's a black woman, I promise you, you take an NBA player that's not even on like, that's not even a star. If you took, I'm trying to think of somebody. If you took Danny Green or somebody like that, I don't know, you name somebody who's not a star, they would probably get a lot more exposure than this. They wouldn't get as much as LeBron because they're not stars, but they would get more than what she's getting. And I just feel it's like it's an injustice on top of the many injustices of the prison system. But shout out to her, man. I really hope that this gets more press. I pray that she would be able to free more people and that her and her husband will be able to bless more people and reach our community, because that's what we need. We need people making sacrifice. I mean, y'all saw me first episode. I went in on the NBA about doing that little 2-day strike or whatever, just to come back and play, and no real thing is accomplished. Just telling people to vote and voting center. I'm like, that's cool, but bruh, so much more could have. That to me is not a real sacrifice. That's just my opinion. That's just me. It's Vaughn's view, right? So shout out to her, shout out to her husband, shout out to her whole freaking team, her family, everybody that supported her, because I know that had to be a hard decision to go. Dog, we ain't talking about Maya Moore as a scrub now, and she walked away from the game and she's like on the back end. This is not Shaq in Boston or Shaq in Phoenix or Shaq in Cleveland. This is Shaq in Orlando, or matter of fact, this is Shaq in LA. This is prime. This is Maya Moore in her prime. This is 06 D Wade. This is 91 or through 98 Michael Jordan. Like, she's in her prime, and she's giving away some of her prime years to do what she does. Like, that deserves a standing ovation. Cardi B, Offset, getting divorced. So the reports are. First thing I want to say about this man is, technically none of this stuff is our business.
Mind your business, that's all, just mind your business.
It's not something I don't wake up trying to figure out, hey, what's Cardi up to? What's Offset up to? Is he cheating? Is she giving him WAP? Whatever like that, right? I'm not waking up like that. Some of y'all may, but I'm not waking up like that, man. I woke up and I literally saw the headline. It was just like, whoa, like, I think I got a thing on Apple and it was like Cardi B files for divorce. Like, TMZ had literally just reported it, man. I don't know. They got like spies everywhere. They got people. I guess they pay really good, and people is just like, whenever they can get news, I guess they just risk their job or whatever to tell it. I don't know exactly how it got out. Maybe she told him. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to. Now, I don't know. Now, before I say anything else, Cardi B is not, quote unquote, a black woman. She's a woman of, she's a minority in a sense, because I believe she's from and don't quote me on this, I believe she's from like the Dominican Republic or from somewhere. I think she's Puerto Rican or Spanish or something like that. But I don't think she's of African descent. I'm not sure. She may be. Either way, everybody don't look at her as like black, like we look at a black woman, like we look at a Maya Moore, who we just talked about and just praised. With that being said, she's still a woman. She's still a woman of color in a sense. But I wanted to talk about it, especially because she's in the hip hop era or genre and she's married to a black man. So I wanted to discuss it and just show y'all kind of like how not only when you see the treatment of Maya Moore and the lack of press and celebration and things like that, we just kind of, oh, she did well. Okay, that's cool. Who playing tonight? The Washington football team? Oh, okay. But yeah, so Cardi B, so Offset apparently cheated again or committed adultery again or whatever, cheated. And I guess supposedly he got a woman pregnant. Now, again, this is none of our business, but since they put it out in the public and it's common knowledge now, it's not gossip. It's not like, I'm breaking news to y'all. This is something that everybody, for the most part, knows about. Anybody that pays attention to some of the stuff, right? So Cardi B files for divorce. And I'm like, yo, like, I see all the jokes and things come from it. Well, the WAP and, I guess the WAP wasn't working and see what that cooking and cleaning gets you and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait a minute, well, she's divorcing him, first of all. It's not like he's leaving her. But do y'all realize, and this is a lot of broke people saying this, like, bruh, she's rich. Like, Offset don't need nobody to cook and clean for him. He can get a maid, he can get whoever, he can do it himself if he wants, he can order out whenever he wants, he can buy a restaurant if he wants. He don't need nobody to cook and clean for him. Or he don't have to look for a woman to cook and clean. He can get that from whoever. He can have a butler, he can have a Jeffrey, like on Fresh Prince. He you know what I'm saying? So bro, y'all just be saying that foolishness. That's, but she divorced him. She filed for divorce, not him, from what the reports say, right? So, but y'all making all these jokes, and I get it, man. We want to crack fun, and some of the stuff, and even some of it, you can look at it and it's like, man, I can see how that's funny, but I'm not even really trying to laugh because it's just sad. Like, bruh, like a family, they have a kid together, and a family is broken apart because of this man, because of stuff. And again, I don't know her character. I'm not here to vouch for Cardi B. I'm not here to say Offset is the only one who's done wrong. I don't know what she's done, but I'm not here to ask what she's done wrong. I'm just saying, this is what we know. This is the report. He slept with another woman and apparently got her pregnant. And even if he didn't get her pregnant, he slept with another woman. They agreed to be for each other and with nobody else. They didn't have an open relationship. So for all that we know. So bruh, she has got to be in a crazy position right now. And it's like the fans and different people, everybody's mocking and saying, look, this is where this got her. And the whole Megan Thee Stallion situation where everybody's like, well, what did Megan do to make Tory shoot her and blah, blah. And it's like, black women always have to defend themselves. And again, she's not technically a black woman, but y'all know what I'm saying. She's in hip hop and y'all basically, we treat her like a black woman. So y'all can say she's not black, but we treat her, she's in hip hop. She says whatever, we bump her music, black women support her, things like that. She's not a white woman. So bro, y'all online, that's what y'all doing. Like it's just crazy. And this is the type of treatment that women in this country get. And usually we see black women get this type of treatment. And it's like, bro, like, I get it. Like, she doesn't make music that's quote unquote conscious. And she doesn't make the type of music that I would like her to make. But I'm not her husband and I'm not here to try to control her. I'm not her dad. I'm not anybody in her circle. That's just my preference. She doesn't make the type of music that I would like her to make, but she is a dope artist and she makes the music that she likes to make. And she's a dope artist. But bruh, for her to be going through a divorce and for people to be blaming her and like making it like, oh, see, she said she don't cook and clean. And so like, we want to use that against her and be like, well, maybe that's why he cheated and stuff. Y'all stop it. They got tons of money. She got money. She got her money. He got his money. They got bread. They got bread together, separately. These are the pros and cons of social media. So many good things that we can connect with each other. We can network. We can share our thoughts. We can vent to one another. We can encourage one another. We can laugh and have fun. But at the same time, I think that oftentimes too much on social media, we use people's pain at their expense. And this is not like laughing at the Clippers and stuff like that. Look, Kawhi Leonard's a millionaire. I don't feel too bad for Kawhi Leonard. I don't feel bad for playoff P. Them brothers choked it is what it is. But them brothers is living their dream. They got millions. I ain't, stuff like that. This was not a breakup of the family. Nobody died, things like that. These are this Cardi B situation. It's not something we should laugh at. Again, it'd be like, yo, if he beat her ass and y'all gonna be like, hey, we'll see what that WAP got you. See, maybe you should cook and clean. It's like, bro, like, it's not funny. And I think that, and this is not just coming from like dudes in their 20s, but this is dudes in their 30s and their 40s making jokes. And it's like, bro, when are we gonna grow up? Like, and this is what you see in hip hop, and this is why like so many things happen the way they happen. Like, this is the mindset. And I know people will be like, well, I'm just playing, I don't mean anything by it. But it's like, bro, some things you just shouldn't joke about. Like, again, this is a family being torn apart. And I know everybody doesn't look at the family the same, and a lot of y'all don't care and stuff like that. But it's like, bro, it's sad. It's like, if her heart was broken or whatever, I mean, we don't know, but it's sad, man. Offset, I guess he dropped the ball, man. Like, I don't, like I said, I don't know their whole story. I'm not trying to look and research and find out their whole story. But just on the surface level, it's like, bro, you messed up. You messed up. And you got to own up to it in some way. And, it is what it is. So if they get divorced, or shoot, who knows? They may work it out. I don't know, because I think last time they were supposed to get divorced or break up or whatever, and they worked it out. So I don't know. She may change her mind. I don't know. But we got to start, when it comes to women, particularly black women of color, black women. And again, to clarify, I'm not calling Cardi B black. If y'all want to debate that, that's between y'all. But just our women in general, especially black women, we got to start doing a better job, man. I mean, I saw the treatment of Meg Thee Stallion. And again, I don't know what she did wrong or not. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here I don't even care to investigate. I didn't investigate the Tory Lanez thing. It's just something that popped up and I read it. I saw it. So we've got to do a better job at protecting our women, loving our women, respecting our women. And none of us are perfect. I'm not the standard. You're not the standard. But we can try together, collectively, individually, make strides, man. But stuff like this, man, it's just like, yo, man, like, certain things should be off limits. Like, let's not make a mockery of that. Let's not do that. Man, tough situation. Y'all already know. Like the channel, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys and your support. You already know, got more content in store. Stay tuned. Peace.